Art joins us up next in Denver, Colorado. Art, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, guys.
Sure. How you doing?
I'm doing well. So, after doing your baby steps, I'm on step 4, invest 15%, and I've been there for a few months. I don't plan on having children, and I don't have a home. I was curious what your thoughts are about living a digital nomad lifestyle. I work a remote job, and I do pretty well for myself. I have no debt, and I don't really know where to go from here. I want to become more mobile. I currently live on my uncle's property with a very cheap rent and could easily pay this and just leave my stuff here instead of have to get rid of everything. So what are the downsides of not buying real estate in the market right now and kind of living my childhood dream and waiting?
I don't hear any downsides, because
yeah, but that sounds too good to be true.
What's too good about it to be true?
Lots of people do it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
Is your plan now? You got to have a plan. Are you going to live in an RV, a camper? How are you going to travel? Where are you going to stay?
RV. I have like I said, I have no debt. I've got about $12,000 to throw at going to do the camper thing without touching my emergency fund.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant to pull the trigger because I've been trying to live frugally these past few years and get out of the hole that I dug in my 20s.
Right, but are you saying $12,000 is going to pay cash for something, or is that?
Ideally, or I have access to personal interest-free loans from.
We're not doing that.
No. We're not going to recommend that you.
Why'd you get out of debt in the first place if you're going to get back into it?
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay, so if we take that off the table,
he really wants to go for it.
All right, we're on the same page now. So, how much do you make doing this remote job?
I make about $85,000 a year.
So, how long would it take for you to save up the actual full cost of said
Let's say it was
camper?
$40,000 for a good camper.
Yeah, I would say I could do it by late next year.
Well, there you go.
If I buttoned up and really.
I think you can do better than that. You said you have almost no expenses.
Correct.
So how long would it take to save up 30, make an 85 with very little expenses?
Not that long, but I'm scared of debt now that I've gotten out of it, and so I'm just wanting to take it slow.
Okay, but again,
we're not encouraging you.
We're not encouraging debt. George is just saying, how much quicker could you make the $30,000? Maybe if you.
What I'm saying is, how out of your paychecks could you take $2,000 or $3,000 and put it in a high yield savings account every single month?
Yes.
That puts you at another $30,000. Add it to the 12, and that gets you a $42,000 RV camper. And now we just travel, and you live that dream, and you continue to do it debt-free. You have a paycheck coming in from the remote job. You need to make sure you have internet access. And some people are doing, they have internet access from the camper at all times. You can look into those options as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the truth is, it sounds like there's some fear around jumping into this digital nomad lifestyle. Have you talked to someone who's done it?
No, I haven't. I've been taking Dave's advice and talking to the old rich people that I know, because that's who I want to be.
Well, also jump into those communities online and go, hey, I'm new to this. What are some things I need to look out for? Go jump onto some Facebook groups, some Reddit threads, and see what people are saying about this lifestyle, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad, and then you can jump in knowing exactly what to expect.
Okay.
And guess what happens? 3 years from now, if you hate this and you go, you know what, I want to settle down, I want to sleep in the same bed every day, you can just stop and decide to do something different. It's not the rest of your life.
Don't take on more debt, even if it's interest-free. Just be patient.
Let me ask you a question. Does the dream include you driving the camper or dragging it behind you? Or is the dream, I want to go here for 3 days, and then if I feel like going somewhere else for 4 days? Is it a combo, or is the camper and the RV thing a big part of this dream?
It's really just going. I just don't like looking out the window and seeing the same thing every day.
Okay, I had a hunch that was the case. And so now that I know that, I wouldn't touch the camper with a 10-foot pole unless you were into that kind of thing. because that's a asset that is going to go down. It's going to depreciate very, very quickly. And to George's point, if you get out on this digital nomad thing and I just want to go, and then I've bought this thing that's depreciating, then that's a pain in the neck down the road if I change my mind. Versus you're debt free, you got a good amount of cash saved up, you can save up even more, and if you just decide I'm going to drive, I'm gonna buy a real gas friendly car. Or if you've already got one, a very dependable car, I'm going to drive here and then I'm going to drive there. Or if you can afford to, I'm going to fly here and then I'll fly there. If it's about moving around and you can do your work from anywhere, then this is you coming up with a budget and a plan to go, all right, since I don't have rent anymore and I know what my income is, and if I look at, okay, and George, you're the king of this. So like budget-friendly hotels. So if I find a chain and I become a frequent rewards person and I'm paying cash for the hotel rooms and I'm going, all right, I can pay this. And so I've got a budget of, and so I know what my hotel and my food cost. And if I'm flying versus driving, this is just putting all that together and going, okay, this is what it looks like. And if I can only do it 20 days a month based on those financial realities, I know I'm living with my uncle the other 10 days. But I would stay away from the camper and the RV knowing what I know now.
What do you think, Art?
Okay, I think that's more reasonable. I guess I'm really more afraid of not having all my stuff that I've always had.
What
So
stuff?
the
What
extreme
stuff?
well, I mean, I've never not stayed in a house for more than like 10, 12 days at a time.
Then here's the idea. First of all, you already said you could store your stuff with Uncle. All right, that's
Yeah.
one option. But the other option is before we commit to this full time, why don't we just try this a week at a time for the next 3 months? What if we take the next 3 months and for 1 week we try this new lifestyle? And we just sit back and go, I always wondered what it was like. Now I'm going to test it without committing full time.
Yeah. How old are you, Art?
Okay. I'm 31.
Okay.
Yeah, I like testing this.
I just think you need to take the pressure off of yourself as
Yeah.
if you step into this and this has to be your life for the next 40 years, regardless of what happens.
Okay. I think that's where my stress is coming from. Like, what if I don't like it once I get out there? So
That's
Here's the
great.
great
just
news.
take off in the car first
Yeah.
and then
that's
make
it.
sure that works
Yeah, try that whole hotel
And make
thing
sure I
and
can do
food
it
thing. Yeah,
financially responsibly.
that's it. Try it on a mini level, right? We're going to mini commit to this thing. We're going to test it. And then the testing is going to clarify all of this for you, and you're going to go ding, 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 or
And you might realize, you know what? This ain't for me.
That's right.
And that's okay. And
Yeah.
you might just go, I need to
Okay.
travel at least once a month and have a trip to look forward to. And
Yeah.
that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
But as long as you do it debt-free, there's no need to stress about the
No
possibility
stress.
of going into debt if you just say, oh, I'm just a guy who doesn't go into debt. I'm not going to do interest-free loans. I'm not going to owe anyone anything. I'm going to use my debit card. I'm going to pay cash for the RV. I'm going to have an emergency fund for all the expenses involved with this, and I know what to expect. So jump into those communities, ask those types of questions. They're always happy to talk about it and share their experiences, even share their numbers of here's what the actual cost is. I thought it was going to be basically living for free. Turns out it's $7,000 a month if you want to do it big. And so do your homework, do the research, but I don't see any issue with you jumping into this.